You can bring up the organizational meeting, please. Are you going to bring it up for? Perfect. And I found it in the email at the same time. So we'll call the organizational meeting to order at 9:23. .1, 2023-2024 regular council meeting schedule. Looking for a motion, and then we can discuss if needed. Councillor Nielsen.
I move that we accept the council meeting schedule for 23-24 as posted.
Moved by Councillor Nielsen. Any discussion? Okay, we're ready for the question. Those in favor? Carried unanimously. Item 3, Deputy Mayor appointments. Schedule as followed. Looking for a motion.
I move that City Council appoints the following council members as Deputy Mayor for the following terms, November 1st to December 31st, 2023.
Who's up first? Go ahead.
Why are we doing the deputy mayor for November 1st to December 31st? Because we already did that at our last organizational meeting.
We shouldn't have.
We shouldn't have?
Nope.
Because I'm deputy mayor for November and December.
Were you last year?
I don't remember.
Because it stopped, like,
It
our
stops,
organizational meetings, yeah, as soon as this schedule is done for the end of October, then that's done, and then we have to
Never mind.
we have to redo a new one. Does that schedule work for you? November 1st? Okay. Okay, so Councillor Blatz will be up first. And January 1st to February 29th.
I can do that, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Elliott. You have an extra day in there because it's a leap year.
I think I can handle it.
April 30th, or March to April 30th. Councillor Billingsley. May to June 30th.
I could do that.
Councillor Nielsen. July to August 31st.
I can do that.
Councillor Bronco. And by default, September to October 31st of next year, Councillor Aberley. Perfect. Any further?
Mr. Mayor,
Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, October is usually a pretty busy month for Councillor Aberley, and if that's too busy for her, I would be willing to change.
Okay, let's change that then, and then we don't have to come back.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You have that change? Councillor Aberly will be January 1st to February 29th? Okay. You just wanted to give up the leap year. Okay, anything further? Ready for the question? Those in favor? Carried unanimously. Item 4, board and committee appointments. Councillor Nielsen.
I move the City Council appoints members of the council to the boards and committees as listed in Schedule A attached for a term of November 1st, 2023 to October 31, 2024 as presented.
Moved by Councillor Nielsen. Any discussion? Everyone's okay with the boards and committees they've been appointed to?
It's all good, Joe. All good.
We're ready for the question. Those in favor? Carried unanimously. Item 5, council bylaws and policies review. Council procedures bylaw number 2042-23. Looking for a motion, please. Councillor Blatz.
I move that City Council gives first reading to Council Procedures Bylaw number 2042-23 as presented / amended.
Moved by Councillor Blatz. Any discussion? Any changes?
Mr. Mayor, I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
Under Council Procedure Bylaw 18-1, 18.1, excuse me, it said, you can hear me okay?
Yes.
It says during council meeting, members of the public must not approach or speak to council without permission of the chair. And I'm wondering if we should include something like, and they should not interact or communicate with the councillor during the meetings. For example, text, pass notes, hand signal, or display body language. And I'm just so that a councillor may not be influenced by somebody sitting in the gallery. I'm just wondering what the rest of council thinks about that.
Councillor Billingsley.
Thank you. Through the chair to council, I'm not in favor. I don't think that that is necessary verbiage to be added.
I think 18.1C, maintain order and quiet, should cover that, and then it's just up to council and/or the chair to make sure that that's maintained.
Okay, thank you.
But you're welcome to make an amendment if you'd like.
No, not if it's not the will of council. Thank you.
Okay. Anything further? We're ready for the question. Those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Did I miss your hand, Councillor Bronco? Did you have anything to add?
No, I just looking some of that, I feel sometimes things come up that unacceptable, or how would you say it, that are brought to the light of our meetings, and sometimes people do, I understand not to talk or anything, but sometimes things come up that at the moment we think differently. So how do we react to the taxpayer who has an idea that we don't, that may influence the idea? So like you said, I agree with some of the stuff you have here, but sometimes there are questions that we can't think of it and the public might see something different. What if it's a good opinion or bad opinion? How do we need to make the decision right then, and we can't carry on. But other than that, I'm okay. It just, some stuff, I feel we need to represent 5 minutes. Sometimes the public can't give their idea of what's happening, so I'm okay.
Clarification, please?
Yep.
Through the chair to Councilor Bronco. Were you speaking to Councilor Elliott's comments?
No,
Just in general?
just in general.
Thank you.
Item 5.2, Council Code of Conduct, bylaw number 2043-23. Are we passing all three readings? Okay, I have a question coming back for this first one, so I'd like it to come back. I won't vote for having it coming back anyways. So 5.2, Council Code of Conduct, bylaw number 2043-23.
I move that City Council give first reading to Council Code of Conduct Bylaw 2043-23 as presented, amended.
Moved by Councillor Billingsley. Any discussion? Ready for the question? Those in favor? Carried unanimously. We can go three readings on this if you want.
Okay. I move that City Council give second reading to Council Code of Conduct Bylaw 2043-23 as presented, amended.
Moved by Councillor Billingsley. Any discussion? Ready for the question?
Mr.
Yeah,
Mr.
go ahead.
Mayor?
Councillor Elliott.
I don't think you see my hand sometimes.
I
But
don't,
anyway,
no.
okay. I'm wondering, I didn't see anywhere where it says that we sign the code of conduct. Did we not sign that piece of paper saying that we would adhere to those things?
You did at the beginning of your term, so you should when you're first elected. What I had asked for to be brought back was that it's reviewed annually.
Okay, and I'm wondering if we should sign annually just as a reminder of what we've committed to.
Sure. Do you want to add that as an amendment?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, so to the amendment, adding that it's reviewed and signed annually. Any discussion? Ready for the question? Those in favor? Opposed? In favor or opposed, Councilor Bronco?
Favor.
Okay, carried unanimously. Go ahead.
Item 8.4, I'm looking through the chair to administration. Just looking for some clarification on this, please. Where council members shall obtain information about the operation or administration of the city from the CAO city manager or person designated by the city manager in all communications in accordance with the act. So my question is, if I or any other council member choose to seek information relative to a topic that is current before council, can I or any other councillor reach out outside of the organization to get more information?
Through the chair to Councillor Nielsen, if I could ask a point of clarification, by outside of the organization, do you mean to other experts outside the organization, other municipalities, that sort of thing?
Yes.
Through the chair to Councillor Nielsen, doing your own, I don't see a opposition to doing your own research.
Thank you.
Consider research.
Anything further? No. Ready for the question? Those in favor? Carried unanimously. Need a motion to get unanimous consent to go to third reading.
Move that City Council give third? Or are you just unanimous?
Just, yeah, need unanimous to go to third.
Yeah, unanimous consent to the Council Code of Conduct Bylaw 2043-23 as presented amended.
Moved by Councillor Billingsley. Ready for the question? Those in favor? Carried unanimously.
I move that City Council give third and final reading to Council Code of Conduct Bylaw 2043-23 as presented amended.
Moved by Councillor Billingsley. Any discussion? We're ready for the question. Those in favor? Carried unanimously. Item 5.3, City Manager Bylaw, number 2044-23.
I move that City Council give first reading to City Manager Bylaw number 2044-23 as presented / amended.
Moved by Councillor Blatz. Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor?
Councillor Elliott.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to see 3.4 removed, please. Which states the city manager shall create procedures regarding the interaction of council members and staff.
Do you want to speak to that?
Yes, please. I feel, Mr. Mayor, that between the MGA, our harassment and bullying policy, our code of ethics, and the oath we take, all of those things, that council is aware of how council should interact with staff. And I really don't feel that that should be mandated to us by anyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything further? So, and I disagree with you, Councillor Elliott, in that we've had the direction before from city managers and it's not being followed by council. So I think that if there's a clear procedure set out for that, it gives us that guideline, and easily coming back to a member of council saying, no, it's clearly defined here in this procedure, and this is the way that we're going to interact with staff. So I won't vote in favor of this amendment. Yep. Sure. Go ahead, Lisa.
Thank you, through the chair. This clause is more for staff members to make it clear when council members do approach staff members that staff members are aware and how to proceed in responding to council members. This is not for council, this is for our staff.
Mr. Mayor, I think that could be interpreted both ways, that it's reflecting how council should interact as well.
If I may, through the chair, this is a directive for staff members. It's not a council policy, so it doesn't refer to council members.
Councillor Bronco.
Should we not remove then council members? If it is for staff, why do we have council?
If it's for staff to council, and it should say, shall create procedures regarding the interaction of staff with council members. So it's clearly defined that it's the staff with council and not council and staff.
I would agree to that.
Is that your amendment then?
Yes.
Okay, anything further?
Could you read that back, please?
Yeah. The city manager shall create procedures regarding the interaction of staff with council members. So to the amendment, yeah, go ahead.
In speaking with the CAO, my understanding was this was to be both ways. Yes, the CAO can direct staff in their interactions with council, but it was also to be able to provide some clarity for how council members speak with staff. So in speaking with the CAO prior to this meeting today, she had provided that clarity for me, so I just wanted to provide that to the rest of council.
Okay. Can we pass first reading and come back to this then for clarification? Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm in favor of the amendment, like the way it's worded. To me, our interaction with staff should be a council decision how that works and not a management position. And since we're at the, I guess at the top, that we should be able to decide what that interaction is and not management.
No, I totally disagree. We have one staff member, that's the city manager, and anything beyond that is the interaction of the city manager to staff. So no, we aren't dictating what council's interaction is with staff. We have the interaction with our CAO, or the city manager. Okay, so we have an amendment on the floor. I'm going to vote against it and then have this come back for second and third reading so that we can get clarification on the intent of 3.4 for sure, and then anything else. Go ahead.
Could we get clarification one more time on a reread on that, please?
The amendment is city manager shall create procedures regarding the interaction of staff with council.
Thank you.
Anything further? To the amendment, those in favor? Opposed? Councillor Elliott, were you in favor or opposed?
I was in favor.
Okay.
My hand was up.
I don't have you on my screen. Okay, so
Oh,
that
I'm
amendment
sorry.
is passed. Back to first reading. Anything further? We're ready for the question. Those in favor? Opposed?
Yay.
Okay, that's carried. You can go through second and unanimous. I won't approve the unanimous consent, so can it just stop at first reading then? Okay.
Question?
Yep.
Is there a reason in your mind that we're stopping after first reading? I understand not approving unanimous consent, but why would we not go to second reading?
It doesn't make a difference either way. You go to second reading and either pass it or don't, or you're in favor of it or don't. It's not going to go to third reading anyways, so there'll be clarification for some of the points on there to come back. So you can pass second and third reading at a following council meeting, or pass second reading and then we go to third reading at a next meeting anyways.
Thank you.
Item 5.4, Council Committee's bylaw number 2022-22.
Do we need 3 readings for this as well?
Sorry? Okay, there's no changes being done, so you don't need 3 readings.
I move that City Council approves, I don't know what you want to call it, the review of Council Committee's bylaw number 2022-22.
Moved by Councillor Billingsley. Any discussion? Councillor Blatz.
Thank you. I know that there wasn't any changes made to the document, but there, I guess, should have been, because on Schedule A, there's some outdated committees and boards that we don't have anymore. So I'm wondering if we can change that?
Absolutely.
Okay. 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 I guess I will be updated at the next meeting, so.
So what, should it have been updated to come here now and then have the 3 readings for it to approve it, like the other ones?
If I may, through the chair, for council, you guys approved your council board appointments and which boards you're going to approve, so this will be brought to your next regular meeting
Oh,
with the updates
gotcha.
as amended.
So if there are any
And
changes.
if you
to
have
it-
any other changes, administration would request that you provide those so that we can make those amendments when we do the new bylaw.
So if there are any changes to the committees, that's why this was left the way that it was. Okay. Okay. Anything further? We're ready for the question. Those in favor? Carried unanimously. 5.5, council remuneration and expense policy number CO-002. Councilor Nielsen.
I move that we accept council remuneration and expense policy number CO-002 as presented.
Moved by Councilor Nielsen. Any discussion? We're ready for the question. Those in favor? Carried unanimously. We will adjourn the organizational meeting at 09:48.